There's something about the food from the 1970s that feels like home, even if you weren't there. It was a time when family dinners meant conversation, not screens. The kitchen smelled like butter, casseroles, and a little too much paprika. Recipes came from magazines, not websites, and everyone had that one dish they proudly called their special. Today, we're looking back at 13 forgotten meals from the 70s, dishes that might make you smile, laugh, or even crave a trip back in time. 13. The classic tuna noodle casserole. Every potluck in the 70s had at least one tuna noodle casserole. Made with canned tuna, cream of mushroom soup, egg noodles, and topped with crunchy potato chips, it was comfort food through and through. It fed the whole family on a tight budget and made leftovers feel special. But as tastes changed and healthier options took over, this humble dish slowly disappeared. Still, one bite can take you right back to Mom's Formica countertop and avocado green kitchen. 12. Salisbury Steak dinners. It wasn't fancy, but it sure felt that way. Salisbury steak, a beef patty smothered in brown gravy with a side of mashed potatoes, was the working man's comfort meal. Frozen dinner companies made it famous, turning it into a weeknight staple. Over time, fast food and fresh dining trends pushed it aside, but its rich, homey flavor still brings back the glow of TV trays and shag carpet evenings. 11. Jell-O salads. Yes, with vegetables. It sounds strange today, but Jell-O salads were a true art form in the 70s. People mixed fruit, marshmallows, and sometimes even vegetables into colorful gelatin molds. The wilder, the better. It wasn't just food, it was decoration. As fashion and diets evolved, Jell-O salads became a joke at potlucks. But for those who remember, they're a sweet symbol of a more playful time in the kitchen. 10. Hamburger Helper nights. Before fast food ruled dinner, Hamburger Helper was the hero of busy families. Just add ground beef, stir in the packet, and you had a full meal. It was cheap, filling, and felt homemade, even if it came from a box. Families gathered around the table, and no one complained. Over time, we traded it for takeout and quick bites, but those cheesy noodles still whisper the taste of simpler times. 9. Ambrosia Salad. With coconut flakes, mandarin oranges, pineapple, and whipped cream, Ambrosia Salad was the taste of every holiday gathering. It was sweet, tropical, and a little messy, just like the 70s. No one really knew if it was a dessert or a side dish, but everyone knew it was delicious. Today, it's rare to see it at a party, but one spoonful brings back church picnics, Sunday dinners, and Grandma's laughter echoing through the kitchen. 8. Deviled eggs, the party starters. No 70s get-together was complete with a plate of deviled eggs. Simple, yet elegant, they sat proudly on special trays with little egg-shaped dips. Paprika dusted the tops like red confetti. They faded out as fancier appetizers took over, but anyone who's ever peeled a dozen eggs for a family reunion knows how timeless they really are. 7. Beef stroganoff. Creamy, hearty, and full of flavor, beef stroganoff was a dinner that made weeknights feel special. Originating from Russia but popularized in America, it mixed tender beef, mushrooms, onions, and sour cream into something unforgettable. Families loved it over egg noodles, often served in those warm yellow Pyrex dishes. Over time, people called it too heavy, but its rich aroma still lingers in memory. 6. Fondue everything. If you didn't own a fondue set in the 70s, were you even trying? Cheese fondue, chocolate fondue, dipping was a whole experience. It brought people together, everyone sharing one pot, one laugh, one delicious mess. The trend faded as dining got more individual and less communal, but fondue reminds us of what food used to mean: connection. 5. TV dinners in aluminum trays. They were futuristic at the time. Your own meal in a shiny silver tray. Turkey, mashed potatoes, peas, and a brownie, all ready in minutes. Families gathered around the TV, not the dining table, and that was part of the charm. Microwave-safe plastic replaced the iconic trays, and frozen dinners took a hit from health trends. But there's something about peeling back that foil lid that still feels exciting. 4. Chicken a la king. Creamy chicken, peas, and pimentos in a silky sauce. Chicken a la king was pure elegance, served over rice or toast. It made you feel fancy even if it came from a can. By the 80s, it was replaced by lighter fare, but it still lives on in the hearts of anyone who grew up watching their mom whisking sauce on the stovetop while humming to the radio. 3. Meatloaf with ketchup glaze. A true American classic. Meatloaf wasn't just dinner, it was family. Each household had its own version, but one thing was universal: that sweet ketchup glaze baked to perfection. It disappeared as people turned to quicker meals, but it remains one of the most comforting bites from the 1970s. One slice, and you're right back in your childhood kitchen, where love was measured in leftovers. 2. Baked Alaska. Now this was dessert with a show. Cake, ice cream, and meringue baked together in a golden masterpiece. Restaurants served it tableside, flames dancing as everyone gasped. It was dramatic, indulgent, and unforgettable. Today, it's mostly gone from menus, but it reminds us of a time when desserts weren't just eaten, they were celebrated. 1. The iconic cheese ball. If you walked into a 1970s party, you probably saw one sitting proudly on the snack table. Cream cheese, cheddar, and spices rolled in nuts. Simple, but a symbol of hospitality. People gathered around, crackers in hand, sharing stories in between bites. The cheese ball faded away with time, but it's still one of the most charming reminders of how food used to bring everyone together. The meals may have vanished from our tables, but not from our memories. Each dish tells a story, a family, togetherness, and the joy of making something from scratch. Which of these 1970s meals do you remember most? Or which one do you wish would make a comeback? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time here on American Rewind.